guys, this is Kendra from Crafty Kendra, and today I'm going to show you how to make this really cute congratulations card for somebody who just had a baby. And this one's blue, so I would think it would be for a boy, but of course I put a little girl in blue too. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a 2.5 by 3.5 piece of Merino Mist cardstock and our jumbo wheel, and I have a stars wheel on here. I'm going to roll it in Versamark ink, and then what we're going to do is, starting on the left side, we're just going to roll from off the paper to off the paper again, re-ink our wheel, and then roll the other half because it's not quite large enough to go across the whole thing. And after we do that, you're going to see how there's kind of a wet look to it. We're going to go ahead and emboss it with some clear embossing powder. And these are my powder pal trays. We'll just go ahead and pour the embossing powder over it. Tap off the excess. And it's okay if it's not perfect, some of it's going to be covered up. Okay, get that out of the way. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take, and I have a little cutting board so that I can heat this up without having to worry about melting my desk. I'm going to grab our heat tool and heat it up. That's done. Set it out of the way so it can cool. Now what we're going to do is grab our piece of Whisper White cardstock, and this Whisper White piece is cut at 3 inches by 2 inches. And then we're going to take our stamp called Baby Steps, and these cute little elephants, and they say congratulations, and we're going to ink it up in our Bashful Blue ink. Then we're going to go ahead and center it as best we can on this little piece. Pressing evenly. Lift up, and there we go. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and grab our basic black Stampin' Up marker, and we're going to take the fine point tip, and we're just going to color in a little dot on these elephants so that their eyes show up a little better. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is take our corner rounder punch. Slide our Whisper White piece in and corner around these corners. Okay. And the piece that we embossed has had enough time to dry, and it's cool. As you can see, embossing it with the clear just made it shiny and a little bit darker where it was. We're going to go ahead and corner around its corners as well. Now we're going to go ahead and grab our sponge dauber and our Bashful Blue ink pad again, ink up our sponge dauber. We're going to go through and we're just going to lightly sponge this Whisper White piece edges to soften it up a little bit. Okay, get that out of the way. Next thing we're going to do is I've punched out a little itty bitty heart out of Pretty in Pink cardstock using our new two-step owl punch. We're going to take our two-way glue pen, put a little glue on the back of the heart, and stick it over this little blue heart just so we give it a different pop of color, because nobody wants too much blue. And that way it pops up a little more. Next thing I have is a 2" by 2.5" piece, and it's the Marina Mist cardstock. And what I've done is I've taken and I've ran 3 strips of snail and I've lined it with ribbon to give it a different look. And on the back I have put 2 pieces of sticky strip to keep the ribbon down and also to make sure that it adheres to the card extremely well. What we're going to do is we're going to take this piece that we embossed and we're going to put snail on one of the long sides and we're going to add some dimensionals to the opposite side. Some in the corner and then one in the center. We're going to go ahead and remove the backing. Next thing I have is our card base, which is Bashful Blue, and it's 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches, and I've already put a piece of Whisper White on the inside that measures 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And right here I have an embossed piece, and this is dry embossing that I did with my Big Shot, and I used one of the texture plates to do that. This piece measures 5 1/4 by 4 inches as well. Just going to put a little snail on the back. We're just going to center that onto the front of our card. Adhere it down. What we're going to do is take the backing off of our sticky strip on our ribbon piece. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're just going to adhere it down, leaving about 1 inch from our left side, but centering it from the height. Okay. Then we're going to take our embossed piece and we're going to put it on the other side. And we're going to give it a little bit of a smaller gap over there. Okay, when you like where it is, go ahead and press it down. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our piece that we stamped and we're going to add a few pieces of sticky strip to the back. And the reason we're using sticky strip is to make sure that it adheres to the embossing, which likes to resist adhesive, and the ribbon that also sometimes doesn't like some of our adhesive. So just put a little strip there. Little strip there, take off the backing. Then we're gonna go ahead and put it down, trying to center it as best we can. And there you go. Cute little card to say congratulations to someone who just got a new little bundle of joy. Have a great day, guys.